Hi, Geminis, and welcome to your bi-monthly relationship profile reading. This is the Dream Medium. Welcome to my channel if you are new. In this reading, you will be getting a past, present, and future spread about what is happening between you and your love interest. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. Relationship profile reading for Gemini. What happens in the past between Gemini and their love interest, what's happening presently between Gemini and their love interest, and what will happen in the future between Gemini and their love interest. Relationship profile reading. 3 more times. Let's see. Relationship profile reading for Gemini and their love interest. Past, present, and future. Hope you guys have been doing well. And if not, I hope that things will get better. It's a new year, so you can always start over, start fresh. Happy New Year, by the way. Let's see. Ooh, Geminis, you guys have had it quite rough, I'm seeing. So the top 3 cards represents your past, the bottom 3 cards represents your present, and over here to the side is your future. So you have your past, present, and future. We'll take a look at your future once we're done talking about your past and present. So let me just make sure that everything is aligned and you can see the cards. Let me just pull it down a little bit. So I'm going to ask for some clarity cards. Clarify the 7 of Wands. Okay, Moon card came out. Clarify the King of Wands. Temperance. Clarify the 9 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. So, starting with your past, the first card in your past spread is the 7 of Wands. Now, I'm seeing a lot of stagnation in the 7 of Wands. I feel like, my Geminis, you felt like you were not getting anywhere with a particular person. I'm seeing a lot of lack of communication, no contact, no interaction. But it's beautiful because energetically, the two of you were connecting with each other, which explains why while there was a distance, the two of you still felt connected. Like it felt like the situation was still new, In clarity of the 7 of Wands, the Moon card came out. Okay, so really what I'm seeing with the Moon card, yes, the Moon card generally represents secrets, but I'm seeing in the past, the problem here was that due to the lack of communication or lack of interaction between you and your love interest, neither of you guys knew how you truly felt for one another. And so it's that lack of closure, not knowing what could have happened if the two of you did speak to each other, that caused this connection to prolong. I really feel like things were complicated. This situation was complicated because neither of you got the opportunity to really sit down with your person and honestly tell each other how you felt. Which is why for the longest time with the 7 of Wands, the both of you were going pretty much crazy mentally trying to figure out what was happening in the situation. It's like when you don't have answers, and so you have to find the answers. You have to conclude on your own. And in cases like that, you can come up with the wrong conclusion about your person. And I really feel like that's what happened, because the two of you didn't know how you were feeling for each other. So that led to a lot of jumping to conclusion, misinterpreting the two of you, misunderstandings. Next, you have the King of Wands here. So I feel like neither of you, not you, Gemini. I feel like you and your partner, okay? So, Gemini, you and your person of interest, never stopped caring for each other. The reason why I say that is because I started to get like a really anxious, nervous feeling when I looked at the King of Wands. And that's a person, I'm seeing that you and your partner were still invested in this connection. You were still trying to see if you would get the outcome that you want with each other in the end. Like, will the two of us end up getting together in the future? What's going to happen? That anticipation between you and your person, Gemini. It's beautiful, but then it's tragic. The reason why I say that is because the love has always been there, but that lack of communication, lack of information, not knowing how the two of you feel for one another is really what complicated things. But regardless of that, the two of you were waiting on each other. In clarity of the King of Wands, you have the Temperance. The Temperance is telling me that it could be months to even years since the two of you really spoke to each other and expressed your true feelings. But regardless of how long it's been, I'm seeing that the two of you have not really been fulfilled in your love life. You might think, or you might see that your person is hanging around other women or other men, going on dates, but at the end of the day, they're still waiting on you, Gemini, and you're still waiting on them as well, because your cup will not be filled. You will not be truly satisfied until the two of you can get together. And they know that fulfillment is with each other. So if you know that your person was dating other people or getting to know other people, it's just to let time pass. Like I said, at the end of the day, with the King of Wands, the both of you were still very much interested and waiting on each other. Lastly, you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is really torment, mental torment. You see this individual who can't even sleep at night because they're reminiscing about, something really painful from their past, something that's keeping them up late at night. I'm seeing in the past there was so much heartbreak. Oh my goodness. There was so much heartbreak between the two of you, and there was so much confusion because your heart was telling you one thing, and this goes for your person as well. The two of you were emotionally connecting with each other, but it's like you couldn't see any evidence of it because you were not communicating with each other, or because things ended on bad terms. You know what I'm saying? So it's like listening to your heart, but then also being confused and conflicted because you're not seeing any like actual proof of this connection, if that makes sense. In clarity of the Nine of Swords, the Four of Pentacles came out. Now I really feel like one partner, it's like in the beginning, the two of you were very, passionate and determined for each other, whether you know it or not. But the Four of Pentacles is telling me that as time went on, one partner chose to turn their back on this, and their person, the other partner, didn't. The other partner was still very much trying to make this work. I think what happened here is the both of you got hurt. Don't get me wrong, but one partner kind of put the blame on the other person and just exploded, like just got really angry and chose to walk away. I really think that that's what happened. And it left the person who they walked away from still begging for their love, still wanting this. So let's just talk about your present spread, all right? What's happening currently between you and your person. You have the Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Ten of Swords. The energies are coming, the message, should I say, is coming pretty clear. So I don't think I'm going to need any clarity cards, but if I do, don't worry, I will pull them out. Now, starting with the Six of Swords here, there's a lot of reflecting. There's a lot of self-reflecting going on currently from both partners, from you and your love interest, Gemini. And I am with the Six of Swords. Typically swords represent some form of pain. pain that could have stemmed from jealousy, betrayal, some insecurities. But I'm really seeing with this Six of Swords, this is the both of you understanding that regardless of what you choose, what the both of you choose to do to this connection, whether it is to close the chapter or to reunite, communication needs to happen. Communication needs to happen, because the reason why this connection has been stagnant and it has been prolonged is because of the lack of communication, because the two of you are still very much curious about each other. The two of you really need answers, whether you want to agree with me or not. The reason why that you can't get this person off your mind or this connection off your mind is because you still have so much more to say or to ask them. So how about this? You communicate with them, talk to them about it, ask them your questions, and then the two of you can decide what you need to do. But as long as you don't communicate with each other, there's always going to be that itch or that curiosity of, man, I wonder how he really felt, or I wonder how she really felt. I wonder what could have happened if we would have done this, could have done this. You know what I'm saying? So many ifs. The Six of Swords is the two of you realizing that communication needs to happen, Gemini, and you need to talk about what happened in the past, and sometimes that is just necessary to just get certain things off your chest, say what it is, and move forward. Next, you have the Lovers. So really, I'm seeing here that the two of you definitely want to reconnect with each other. It's a mutual feeling. The two of you want a reunion. Now, the Lovers is a soulmate card. So the two of you are soulmates. Now, there are many forms of soulmates, just remember that. But to simply put it, the Lovers card is just saying that there is a significant reason as to why the two of you met each other. Okay. Now, I am seeing with the Lovers card that there will be a reunion very soon, just like what the both of you desire. But the Ten of Swords is telling me that it's not going to be easy, especially for those of you where there's been a lack of communication, lack of contact in so long. I'm seeing that when the reunion does happen, there's going to be a lot of confrontation. A lot of confrontation. I'm even seeing secrets. So the Ten of Swords is like the ultimate betrayal, something that's going to hurt you so bad. But I feel like it's necessary for this to happen. Okay. 1 second. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Chariot. Ace of Wands. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Judgment. Yes, I was right. So, the Ten of Swords, don't let it scare you too much. When the confrontation does happen, it's going to be very hurtful because a lot of things are going to be said, and it's necessary to express your emotions and, clear the air with each other. But I was seeing some secrets with this Ten of Swords, and your person is going to be coming clean to you about certain things that happened in the past, because like I said, you're going to be asking each other a bunch of questions. It's going to be very confrontational, but it's necessary to clear your mind and to finally get the closure that you need or the answers that you need. The Ten of Swords, though, is saying that if you ask a question and they tell you something you don't like, at least they're being honest with you, right? It'll be hurtful, but at least they're being honest with you. And at least you will be honest with them and you'll tell them the truth. Because I feel like there was a lot going on in the past that it's like if there was a lot going on in your life, Gemini, your love interest doesn't know the full story. They were seeing certain parts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They knew something wasn't going on. Something wasn't going right, but they didn't know the full details, which is why if your person walked away from you, that's because they got frustrated and it was just easier for them to put the blame on you because you're not giving them any answers. But this Ten of Swords is basically saying that the air will be cleared between the two of you. Answers will be given. You know what I'm saying? Questions will be answered, should I say. In clarity of the Ten of Swords, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about preparation to take action. This is planning. I'm seeing that, and this is one of the reasons why I said that with the Ten of Swords, it's going to be painful, but it's necessary to clear the air with each other. Get rid of that hostility, that defensiveness. Once you get your answers, the two of you will choose to move forward. And yeah, so that's what the Chariot card is, moving forward with each other. And then the Ace of Wands came out. So it's so interesting because for this relationship, or for this connection, the soulmate connection, because that's what it is with the Lovers card, I feel like the problem here is, like I said, complicating things, jumping to conclusion. Gemini, your person never meant to intentionally hurt you, and you never meant to intentionally hurt them. But it's the fact that they were not informed on what was going on. And so that lack of information made you look like a bad person, or it made them look like a bad person. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like after that talk, after that very intense confrontation, the two of you will be able to, overcome that obstacle, that problem where you're pointing fingers at each other, when the point is, that's not even what it really was. It just seemed that way because they didn't know what was really going on, or why you had to do certain things, or why they had to do certain things. You understand? Now, the Judgment card is saying, once again, the confrontation is going to be painful, but it's going to be necessary, because with the Judgment card, a final decision will be made on what the two of you want this connection to, go towards. So let's see. Let's look at your future spread, all right? Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. There's definitely going to be friendship here. Just pull the cards down. There's definitely going to be friendship here, Gemini. I'm not saying that the two of you are going to rush into a relationship right away, but there will be a strong friendship. The Queen of Cups is saying that there's going to be, I don't want to say hesitation, but it's just you being cautious, and one of you guys are going to really want to rush into things, like rush into a relationship, romantic relationship. But then the other person is going to be more cautious, like, let's take things slow. We're rekindling, our connection. And so the Queen of Cups, this is either your energy or is theirs, but it's the partner who wants to take things more slow and see where things will lead. This is definitely a mutual connection. The two of you definitely want a relationship, but your approach and their approach is going to be different. Like I said, one person's going to want to rush into a romantic relationship. The other person is going to want to be more cautious, just to really test and see, if this person has changed, if this connection will really be worth it. Next, you have the Four of Cups. Really what I see with this Four of Cups is, to the partner who likes to, I don't want to say rush, but who's going to be really passionate and wants something romantic. And you see that your person wants to take a slower approach. Don't let that turn you down. Don't let that make you feel like you're being rejected. Listen, I feel like, Gemini, you and your person are opposites, like opposites attract, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand each other, because, like I said, the reason why the two of you got in this big mess anyways is because of the misunderstandings between the two of you. The Four of Cups is really one person wanting to, like, rush in and, give offers. They want something romantic, something serious, and your person wants to get there, but slowly. Okay, slowly but surely, right? Next, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of progression. I'm seeing a lot of progression in this connection, because it's going to start off so genuine. It's going to start off like a friendship, and it's going to lead into something romantic. In clarity of the Nine of Pentacles, you do have the Eight of Swords. I see here that one of you guys in the future, one of you guys are going to have cold feet once this connection does take off. Once you notice the growth, you notice the two of you are really getting close and things are becoming more serious, from friendship to something more romantic. The Eight of Swords is saying one of you guys, either you, Gemini, or your person, this is probably the one who likes to take things slow, is going to feel kind of, you know, they're gonna get cold feet. I'll just say that. They're gonna start having some doubts, like, oh my gosh, I'm really about to get into a relationship with this person. But it's not that they're not sure about you. That's not what it is. It's just that one person here is just used to being independent. Maybe there's one person here who doesn't date a lot and they've been single for a really long time. So as the connection gets serious and they feel like it's going to go from a friendship to a serious relationship, they're going to get kind of scared and cautious. But the Star card is saying that there will be success between the two of you. These are just, fears that person will get over, or that you will get over if this is you. You got the Star card. This is the last card of your reading, which is excellent because the Star card is saying whatever you choose to do, you will have success. Okay. So, Geminis, thank you guys so much for watching your relationship profile reading. If you would like a private reading, please check the description box. Okay, I have the link to my website in the description box. You can purchase this specific relationship profile reading, but for your love life, okay, for your personal situation. I also offer a variety of private readings of all prices. My readings are very affordable. So if you're interested, take a look and, book a reading with me. So yeah, thank you guys so much and you have a great day.